Hey guys, welcome back to another video on solo leveling Rise Black Thunder here. So this will be a power increasing guide because I have been slacking on my F2P account for quite a while. So I decided to stop slacking and catch up. So I built all the artifacts and I'll tell you how I managed to gain like 1.65 million on my win team because that's the main team that will carry you through everywhere. So I decided to make full artifacts for Gina, Goto and Leonard. So here you'll see I'll just use one book and you get these books from doing the simulation. So I'll suggest like start buying them from either the simulation shop or start doing like tier 35 because you get these golden books as soon as you do a higher tier as compared to like above 30. So you can see I'm using just one book each on each substat and how much power I am gaining. And do remember where I started from, like the CP of Gina. So it was 238k. Now let me like speed up the video and then show you the end CP. The good thing about these legendary books are their range is starting from like it is higher than the purple books, so it is really easy. So even if you use like one book, it is giving you maximum power increase. So now see the power, you can see 24k gain only from using one book each on each substat, and she doesn't even have the cores. So I'll just like look for the crit hit damage or crit rate and defense penetration or might be damage increase cores. She is just there to buff Leonard because she is best for Leonard, and even Goto is if you put Leonard in the third place, so he will deal even more damage due to the A4 passive of Goto. So now you can see good enough stats, and now you can see the power of this hunter. And you can see she's only one red triangle. So what I did was I reset my Thomas. He was on like golden triangles and made full red triangles for Gina because that also helps you gain power. And I like I said, I even made a new set for Leonard. The like switched all the bad pieces for the good ones. And now you'll see I'm using just one book on each substat and the power gain will be massive. So I started with like 324k before like doing any of the upgradation or enhancements on the books, and now you'll see the power gain. It will be 17k and he will land at like 341k. And here I'm just checking whether I have used the books on the old artifacts because generally I used to use like the purple ones, but here you can see like all of them have been enhanced already, and this is the power and the stats. Most annoying was Goto because his HP pieces were not there and I have to craft them. Like I used all my chips in making Goto's pieces and Leonard pieces. I already had good enough pieces for Gina, the defense ones. So you can see I'm using all the books, like one book on each substat. And to remember the CP, like I told, it was 269k only. I know it was less because I don't have any codes on him because I was using like fire team in the POD and guild boss. So here like I ran out of books and decided to purchase them, but I didn't had any. So I had to like go with the purple book. So 18k increase and now time to give him the cores. Like I also made a new core because I was lacking a crit damage one. So what I did was I made this core for Leonard because whenever he will go like below 50%, it will increase his defense by 6% because Goto also increases the MP consumption reduction of the third hunter in the third spot. So I'll give this to Leonard, and the one Leonard has, I'll give that to Goto. Mainly what I'm going for is like good enough damage increase, defense penetration, along with crit and higher stat that they scale off. Like at the starting, he was only 60k HP, and now you can see 92k HP. So that is really good because main thing is breaking Bedelia. If you don't have good enough HP or stats, you won't be able to break her for a long period of time. And if you can't break him, so Leonard doesn't matter or Gina, because if you can't break her, then you can't damage her. So now these three are fully ready, and all of the like artifacts are level 100 fully enchanted, and their weapons are level 120 A10 for Leonard and Goto. So that also helps you gain like 5k and 7k ish around power. And do remember, if you have like 8-piece sets, they will give you like 15k, 20k more CP as compared to 4-4. You can see like Lenart is low CP just because of that. Since my Gina is 8-piece and Goto is 8-piece, that's why they are high powered as compared to Lenart. But for Lennart, Iron Will is the best because they removed that ultimate 20-second cooldown. So his like ultimate will always deal massive damage. That's the thing. So if you saw my earlier live stream, I was at 1.6 million. Now I'm 1.63 million. So I gained 33k power. And my main aim for Shadow Enforcer is get as many as Shadow Energy as possible. Now let me show you the shadows because this is where my main like power is lagging, so I need a ton of shadow energy. So in every 2 days I get 1400 shadow energy. So what you can like think is in every 4 days I am gaining one level. And I also showed you the calculation like a patch lasts about 28 days. In 28 days you get 17,000 shadow energy. And don't forget, when you increase the ranks of the shadow enforcer you can do multiple mission. So when you start doing 4 or 5 mission, then the shadow energy will increase up to like 23k, 25k, 29k, so even more shadow energy. So you can like think in just a week or two I'll be able to increase my shadow power by a lot, like 30-40k. And now comes the gems. So always go with attack percentage, defense percentage, and HP percentage gems because they inflate your shadow energy. Like you can see all of them are like tier 4s, and I have been saving some of the tier 5 because I was thinking like maybe I'll just promote them to tier 6 and then put them in the slot. But I was getting little bit desperate because I really want to complete that hard mode. So what I did was I just said fuck it, and I replaced all of the gems like the tier 4 percentage for tier 5 percentage. But one thing that is bad is to see that inflation your shadows must be maxed, like good enough armaments and good enough promotions and triangles and stuff. Like I just changed one of the gem and you can see only 1k gain is there. If the shadows were maxed and I did the same thing, the gain would be like 5 or 10k. So that's the main thing, your shadows needs to be built good, only then you will see that inflation. Now I'll just change all of my gems for percentage ones like tier 4 to tier 5. Like no doubt we'll get good enough gems in the future, so I don't mind. I'm just doing this because I was getting desperate to do hard mode Bedelia like I said. And also for the yellow ones I changed all of the tier 4 precision one to tier 5 because to farm the rune fragments it was taking a lot of time because you get only 3 keys daily. And also the colors change. Whenever I have the keys it is generally red one and I need like green or blue, so that is also kind of a handicap. So now let me show you the shadows. I started with 360k and only 5k gain. So like I said, your shadows need to be built good just to see the inflation, but still go with percentage ones. Like I have some flat HP ones I can see there. I'll just change them in the future, don't worry. And you can see the main power gain you'll see when you change a flat one for a percentage one. So now let me show you the preset. So you can see I already gained like 10k power just here by inflating some of the gems and shadows. So again, the more advanced your hunters are, the more power you will gain. Also same goes for the weapons, like level 120 they are. And here I'm going to build the level 120 weapon of Gina too because that will also help me gain more power. And after making all the artifacts for Gina, Goto, and Lennart and making their weapons and stuff, I'm broke on gold. Like I started with 21 million gold, and you can see I only have like 1 million gold left, and I'll even run out of that while upgrading her weapon. Now you'll see like I'll make more of the cubes. Like I need 2 more cubes, so I'll build that. And now you'll see like after I go to like limit breaker weapon, you can see red gold. So I just cut it the video and sold some artifacts, and now here you can see again ran out of gold. So I salvaged some more artifacts. So earlier my team was 1.643 million, and now let's see the presets. So you can see exactly 1.65 million. So again, the shadow advancements, hunter levels, core levels, artifact level, and enchantments and shadows, everything will help you gain ton of power. So hope this guide helps you make your team even stronger to do the hard mode. And next will be the Bedelia guide. If you have seen my YT post, I already cleared it in my F2P account at 122 logins. Only thing was like I had to make my Gina weapon 8 and 2, and that was like game changer. Even if you like gain 5k 10k CP, it impacts a lot because the lower the range or the gap between the requirement and your power level is, the more or the greater damage you deal. So this is it for the video. and do hit that like, subscribe and share, and hit that notification bell if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care.